Web for Pentester II, Authentication issues. This section puts together example of issue in authentication pages, from trivial brute force to more complex issues. Example 1. This example is really simple. Just carefully read the prompt and you should be in pretty quickly. Common passwords are probably the easiest and most common way to bypass authentications. Let's head for the server. Sample 1. Here it says username is admin. Now you need to get the password. Admin as the user, and for the password it is really common to use admin 2. So let's check it. As you can see, success. Now example 2. In this example is an exaggerated version of a non-time constant string comparison vulnerability. If you compare two strings and stop at their first valid character, a string A with the first 6 characters in common with a string B will take more time to compare than string A with only 2 characters in common with that string B. You can use this information to brute force the password in this example. Here the username is provided in the prompt. You just need to find the password. To do so, you need to loop through all characters until you find the one that took the most time, since application compares one more character. Here is an example of script that checks for it. You can see that the letter P took more time than the others. It's also confirmed when you try to guess the next letter. So let's try it with a script. Here we have our script that will do exactly the same as the one in the guide. So let's run it. Python example 2. I'm sorry. Example 2.py. It will take a couple of seconds. But here you can see that it will start looping through all the possible characters, and this could take a while, so I'm gonna pause it and resume it when it's done. Now, as you can see, it's finally done. The password was password, all in lowercase, with a 4 instead of an A and a 0 instead of an O. Let's try this on the server. Example 2. Username will be hacker, and the password is password. Let it load for a second. Never. And as you can see, success. Let's head back home. Example 3. Example 3 says, in this exercise you can log in as user 1. Your goal is to get logged in as an admin. To do so, you need to carefully look at the response sent back by the server. You can see that when you log in as user 1, you get a cookie named user1. From that, you can easily modify this value using a proxy or a web server extension to get logged in as an admin. I will use the second option with a browser extension. So let's head to example 3. I will get logged in first as user1. The password is Pentester Lab. Now that I am logged in, I will go ahead and click on my extension, which is called edit this cookie, and you can see here the value is user1. I will change it to admin and hit OK, and Now I'm going to head back home and enter again to example 3, and as you can see, I will be logged in as an admin. Let's move on to example 4. Example 4 says, this example is similar to the previous example. As soon as you receive a cookie from an application, it is always good to see what it looks like. Try to crack it using a password cracker, or try to just Google it. From that, you should be able to generate a valid cookie for the user admin. Okay, so let's check the server. Home, example 4. I will get logged in as user 1. Now I am logged in. Let's check the cookie, and as you can see, this value is not as the previous one that was user 1. It seems to be in some kind of encryption. I will try Googling, and it says here it's an MD5 and I can reverse it. So let's try it. Was the MD5 hash? Oh, it's an MD5 hash. It was fully reversed into a string user 1. So if I can reverse it, that means I can convert it. I can convert a word to an MD5 hash. So let's convert admin, and this will be the respective MD5 hash. Let's get back to the lab, edit the same cookie. Instead of the one we had, we paste a new one. We hit OK, go back home and enter again example 4, and I am logged in as an admin. Let's head home and check example 5.